Hi and welcome to another Married to Reselling video. I'm Simon.
I'm Faye, and together we are a reseller couple selling mainly on eBay and Amazon.
In this video we've got the usual sales from the barn, some real crackers in there. And also we had a weird message from eBay. Well, it's not a weird message, but it's not anything I've seen from them before. It's something that Amazon kind of do. So a bit of a development from eBay. We'll have a look at that later. I'm really interested to know if any of you guys have had it. We'll talk about that later. First of all, we just thought we'd do a bit of a catch up really, what we've been up to this week, because I think we feel like we've been quite productive.
It's only Tuesday. It is only Tuesday. Yeah, so I don't know about you, but for me, I like to kind of start the year, like the new year, with like a clean slate. And I also feel like that before I go on holiday. I like to get everything sort of tidied up, and when I get back from holiday, I like to start afresh. So yesterday I spent time sort of listing the odds and sods that hang around. We've all got them, like a pile of this or a stack of that are just like sort of out of sight, out of mind, but they're in your brain all the time. You're sort of thinking about them. You do sort of see them like on occasion, but although they're in the room, you kind of ignore them.
Yeah, unless you're tripping over them.
Yeah, which sometimes I do. And I sort of worked through a lot of that stuff yesterday, and it felt really, really good at the end of the day. I thought, wow, I've had a really productive day. So we've done that, and some stuff sold because we both did it. You had a load of stuff you needed to sort out. They've been hanging around for ages. Yeah. Like that travel game. How long had that been hanging around?
Yeah, that had been literally sitting on my shelf for, I think you bought it like probably, well over 6 months ago. And I think we were going to sort of potentially play it. But I just decided, it's time to list it. And it sold like, super quick.
Within a couple of hours.
Yeah, and also I had a massive stack of stuff for FBA. Although I kind of consider myself quite good at prioritizing, I kind of really let it slip because stuff needed to go to FBA. It was a stack of games basically, and some really good stuff. I was listing it for like $29.99, $34.99, $49.99. These are a lot of them things that are out of stock on Amazon. So yesterday, 2nd of December, is it 2nd yesterday? Yeah, I finally got them sent off. So I'm hoping they make it there, get checked in, and are good to go. So I had a super productive morning. By 12 o'clock, I had the boxes done, 3 boxes going out. So plus something else that we sold to a customer that was just ideal to send out with UPS. So, and just clearing the room that I work in, I emptied a shelf which has all our sort of personal like staples and staple guns and little trays of craft stuff and sellotape and all this random stuff that was really taking up a lot of room on a shelf. Put it all in a box and put that back on the shelf, and it just gave me room. And yeah, I've got kind of room to breathe in there again.
Although it's like a actual space, a physical space, kind of gives you mental space as well, doesn't it? It kind of makes you feel better that you can get in there. And I can get in the airing cupboard now. Put stuff away in the airing cupboard.
Yeah. Usually I'm in charge. I'll usually have all my sort of FBA stuff that I haven't dealt with is in front of the airing cupboard door. It's behind where I sit when I film in my office. It's behind, that door is behind me there, and is usually stacked up. And Faye will be like, "Can you put the tea towels away? Can you put the towels away?" Because you just don't dare like open the door because everything's in front of it, and you've got to shuffle it around. And I've usually got it in. It's usually organised into like piles of 15k for Amazon. So
15 kg, not £15,000.
Yes. Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd be getting that in quick if it was £15,000.
What a Christmas we're going to have.
But I've still got house clearance stuff to deal with. So I had stuff everywhere for that. I had things that in the room that I work in are our wardrobes for our own clothes, and they're new wardrobes. They're really nice wardrobes, but my rail collapsed because I had too many things on there, so I had to get everything out and put everything back away. And I started sorting out clothes that I haven't worn for ages, so I had a big pile of those that I had to deal with. Also,
it's tougher for you because you've always got Luna at your feet, and so like moving around is quite difficult for you. Like, so just the more space.
She's my shadow.
Yeah, the more space you have, the easier that all becomes. So yeah, we're feeling kind of really light and airy.
We are, and this afternoon I'm going to pop out because I have got a pile of sort of old bits of jewellery and stuff that have come in auction lots, or just bits and bobs that we've just accumulated over time. And then I've also got jewellery from the house clearance that we're working on, which is a personal thing. So I've got 2 piles of jewellery, so I'm going to go into town after lunch and I'm going to get them weighed, valued. If there's any silver or gold, get that sorted. There might not be any, but it's worth a try. I am by no means experienced at that. It could be a complete fail like it was last time I went with some other stuff, but who knows, it's worth giving it a go. So that will take another thing out of my mind, because then the rest is costume jewellery and I can just sell that as a job lot for our house clearance friend.
You got to be careful going into town, it's rough over there.
Oh yeah, our local town was on 24 hours in police custody last night. Did you watch it? We love that programme, and it's Beds Police.
It was just like, oh, we walk the dogs there, or oh, that's where we go through. It had all our local chazzers were in it.
That's where we go to the butchers, and yeah, it's like where we've been to bingo. We saw the bingo hall. So yeah, it was. I'll be careful. I won't try not get mugged.
Yeah, they're off the streets.
Yeah. So yeah, it was just like the room that I'm going to go and work in later. There's a lot more space now, and there's space in my brain. So it's just good to get that done. So if you've got stuff sort of looming about in a corner, collecting dust, say you need to do some research on it, or it's possibly something expensive and you don't know how much to list it for, just deal with it. It will make you feel so much better.
Yeah, it could give you a cracking sort of period as well between like Christmas and New Year, or into the New Year, if you've got that stuff dealt with for sale.
Or even if it's listed, get it put away, get it sort of tidied up, make kind of sort of storage solutions for things, get things organised, and try and start the new year with like a sort of clean slate, clean mind, and it will make you feel a lot better and a lot more productive.
Should we have a look at this message from eBay then?
Yes. Okay, we had a message from eBay that says, join today to be part of our eBay account assurance program. As a long-standing and valued eBay business seller, you've been selected to participate in our free eBay account assurance program starting in 7 January 2025 for 6 months. Well, that was worded brilliantly, wasn't it? The benefits to you include dedicated assistance with select account restrictions from our expert team. What does that mean? Select account restrictions? Don't know. Proactive help with compliance and policy issues.
Brilliant. I love how they're starting that in 7th of January, considering the compliance thing that's coming up on the 13th of December. They're probably like, no, we don't want those sort of questions. We'll roll it out later in the year, next year.
And a 72-hour window to allow time to resolve the issue.
What issue?
What issue? And then there's a big button that says join here.
Click it.
Wait, it says this is an opportunity to help us shape the future of eBay businesses like yours. Thanks for being part of the eBay community.
Yeah, so Faye's not seen this at all. I clicked this earlier on the desktop, and I just went to the first FAQ. If you just scroll down, which was, is there any cost to my business? that's all I was interested in.
It says, no, this program is free. Only business sellers who received an email invitation will have an opportunity to join.
Yeah, so I'm just before we go any further, I'm really interested to know, has anyone else received this? I mean, I'm sure obviously they have, but these kind of things, they stagger out or whatever. But how special are we is what I want to know. Or like, how at risk are we?
Well, it goes into more detail here. It says, it has been developed in response to business sellers looking for a more involved role in testing and providing feedback on our compliance and support policies.
Maybe this is because I'm always moaning on eBay for Business on Facebook about how rubbish their policies are, which I've made videos about, a few of them quite recently.
But it says, as you know, eBay is required to act on compliance and policy violations. With this program, our goal is to provide valued sellers like you with additional support for select issues that may arise on your account so that you can focus on your business. Your participation is crucial to us as we strive to build upon our seller-friendly platform.
Not going to opt in just yet. How long? Is there any cost? The other thing I want to know is like, oh, there we go. Does this cover all eBay policy violations?
We've identified common issues which are a pain point for sellers and where we hope to assist sellers through outreach. However, it's not possible to cover all policy issues due to the nature of violations and eBay's legal obligations in certain instances. Please read our terms and conditions.
Oh, go on, click it. Just see how long it is.
It's quite long.
Procedure. Okay, yeah, so So whenever we've next got like an hour to sit down and read all that, we'll decide whether we want to opt in, I guess.
This one might be interesting. Can I share this program with friends? Accounts were exclusively selected to participate, and we won't be able to offer this to all business sellers at this time.
Only selected trusted accounts. So if you haven't received this message, it means you're not trusted. Yeah, so what is all that about? Who knows? Really interested to know if any of you have received it.
So now it's time for some sales from right here in the barn. Ready?
Yeah.
Crate 15.
Okay, yeah.
Sophie Allport football mug in a box. Yep, that's it. That cost £2 and sold for £11 plus post within 2.5 months. And we've got a pair of Hobgoblin goblets. They were free. They sold for £15.75 within a couple of weeks. And also on the table we have some Johnson Brothers vintage Grey Dawn bread and butter plates. They cost £1 and they have taken 16 months to sell for £5.75 plus post. Also on the table we have a Gerald's Game hardback book by Stephen King. Picked this up at the car boot, thought it was the first edition. It was too early in the morning, I totally missed that it wasn't. But it cost £1 and sold for £9.99 plus post within a couple of weeks. Then we've got crate 29.
Yeah.
Vintage Villeroy and Bock cherry large teapot and cup and saucer and side plates. There we go. That cost 70p, sold within 2.5 months for £25. Then we've got in a box sherry glasses, 6 of them. No. Who's that waggy tail poking out? That lady leans.
It's these, the same box. Looks like the same thing.
Yeah, that's those. They cost 93p and they have taken 13 months to sell for £8.84. On the table we have this vintage ceramic hen. This is £3.
I got this.
You did, from a car boot sale. It's not a competition. Sold within a week for £29.99 plus post.
I checked it over really thoroughly at the time, or so I thought. I was running my hands around it, but it has got a repair on the beak, which we declared. I hope.
Yeah, we did. Oh, crate 29 again. Vintage Wedgwood Jasperware green cream on Celadon 3 trinket dishes. They cost £1.28. Took 10 months to sell for £7.23 plus post. Then we've got crate 11, a vintage Wade pipe holder with a German Shepherd dog. This cost 61p and sold within 6 months for £6 plus post. I nearly didn't list it. It had a lot of interest. It's one of the top favouted items on Vinteria, but it sold cheap on eBay, so I'm happy to get it gone. And then we've got 2 bottles of Autoglim interior shampoo. They cost £3. They sold within 2.5 months for £9.50 plus post. Crate 8. Be very careful. Vintage Japanese eggshell teacups, 3. Lithopane with a geisha in the bottom. Geisha, when you look in the bottom.
Yeah, you can't see it. Won't see it in this light, but
they cost 67p.
Oh, let's show it.
Motion at the front door.
Oh, so it is raised, because someone asked, is it raised?
There we go. It's in the bottom, so when you drink your drink, you can see it. They cost 67p and sold within 5.5 months for £10.17. They are very fragile.
They are super fragile. Might have to use an extra couple of meters of bubble wrap on those.
Crate 3. Philippe de Hulier Limoges Ruben Rouge plate, Christmas. It's green with a big red bow on it. Yes, there we go. That cost 70p and sold within 2.5 months for £11. Then we've got Art 83. Yay. A vintage original watercolour painting of the old wheelbarrow.
£25 on the back. Right?
It has, by Hilary Wareham. That cost £1 and sold for £18 plus post within about 2.5 months. Then we've got crate 9, an angel figurine releasing a ceramic dove.
we think it's this.
Show me the bottom. Yeah.
There's an angel in there releasing a ceramic dove.
Cost 28p, sold within 4.5 months for £10 and 4p. Then on the desk we've got a Lloyd's Pharmacy Better Life blood pressure monitor. Who got this?
I got this.
Got it. Did you get it the same day you got? Yeah, you did. You got it at the same place you got the chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, it cost £3. Sold within a week for £19.99. Then we got crate 28. Vintage wall pendant ceiling light shades, 4 of them. Very fragile.
Yeah. Glad to see the back of these. I keep sending offers on them, and I'm impatient. That's my problem.
You always tell me that you're patient.
Well, no, but when it comes to this, I end up putting sales on things, don't I? And I think these were a part of it.
These cost 70p. They sold within 2 months for £15.27 plus post.
It's good for 70p, but I think we had them listed at 30 or something like that to start with. 25 maybe. Yeah. Okay,
we've got 2 more Hobgoblin goblet glasses. Are you helping, Leans?
I need to get them out.
Always wagging her tail. There they are. They were free. They sold for £15.75 in a couple of weeks. Then we've got crate 19.
Running out of space on my table.
Oh, that's like, what's going on out there? Every dog in the village of Mars is kicking off. It's a vintage lead crystal glass bowl with 3 little feet on it.
Comes the dust. Little sounds.
Don't often go in that box then, do we? That's it. Don't tend to pick these up in charity shops, so I only seem to get them from auction and job lots of other stuff. This one cost 70p and sold for £13.50 within 2.5 months. And then we have on the table a vintage fish knife and fork set for 6 people. It's in there.
It's in there.
Yeah, it costs £4. Not sure where from. Sold for £19.99 plus post on Vinteria. Okay, we've got these vintage Bilton's collar roll tulip bowls. There's 4 of them. They cost £1. They sold within 2.5 months for £19.99. Then we've got this Disney Kanga and Roo mug, which is from the Winnie the Pooh range. That cost 28p and sold within 5 months for £7.99 plus post. Then we've got these vintage Royal Kent Golden Glory tea plates, 4 of them. They cost 16p from auction 14 months ago and sold for £9.71 plus post. Just want to get them gone. And the same person also bought 4 dinner plates. They were the same cost price, 16p for all 4, and they sold for £8.39 plus post. So
32p into about £22.
Then we've got this IKEA Frack extendable stainless steel wall mounted shaving mirror. These do sell really quickly, sold within a couple of weeks. If you can get them cheap enough, it's worth it. It just came from auction. It cost 82p, sold for £12.99 plus post. And then we have this vintage Rosita Berkeley graduated faux pearl necklace. That costs 10p and sold within 10 months for £4.27 plus post. We've got this Italian Pietragiura stone inlaid framed picture. Look at that beauty. The frame is damaged, but it costs £2 and sold for £212, and it's going GSP to America.
A couple of things going out while I'm packing. This is Little Britain DVD sealed, series 1 and 2. They sold for £9.56 all in. They have been listed for about 8 months and they cost 50p. And then this is a tiffin box, extra large stacking lunch picnic box thing. This has actually gone to a very well-known movie studio props department in Leavesden, so you might know where that is, and that sold for only £17.82. It went on an offer and it cost £5.99, I think, from a charity shop. So it's also taken about 4 months to sell. Not the greatest sale at all. So basically we overpaid for that. And that'll literally only be about £3 profit once it's posted. And honestly, when Faye saw where it was going to, she couldn't care less that it hadn't made any money. She was really excited that it was maybe going to be in a film or on TV or something. And then we sold 2 more of the Hobgoblin Hobgoblets. They were free. They sold within like 2 weeks or something for $15.75.
We really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us. Comment with any feedback you've got. If you've been invited or if you're going to clear out some stock and space for the new year, let us know. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Bye.